The world has come a long way in the past 200 years. We have cured diseases, built skyscrapers, and learned to fly. But this has come at a cost. Through mankind's industrialization of the world, there have been unavoidable side effects, namely the pollution of our air. Every year, we release 29 billion tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. And this is one of the main contributors to climate change, which will have a catastrophic impact on our world and society.
We are living at a unique moment in the whole history of the human species. Its seriousness and significance, it can't be underestimated. You and your generation are going to have to make a decision now as to whether organized human life will continue on the earth. An exaggeration. The environmental crisis is growing. It's inexorable. It's not going to stop. If current tendencies continue in your lifetime, that of your children, the prospects for organized human existence will radically decline.
Carbon dioxide is a commonly found substance. However, the vast quantities it is being released in is dangerous. One of the best methods to solve this problem is source scrubbing. This term describes the use of carbon dioxide scrubbers on site and in place from where the CO2 is being released. When used in power plants and factories, this has been proven to be the most effective method. While nature and external scrubbers can process and repair damage from excess of CO2, it is useless unless the amount of CO2 released is being greatly reduced. Some plants utilize a mist to treat high concentrations of CO2 being released from the plants. There is a particular emphasis on use when the CO2 is still in high concentration and not yet dispersed into the air. Preventing any CO2 from being released is much more effective than removing minuscule amounts after the fact. There are various methods for scrubbing CO2, one of them being the use of lithium hydroxide. The result of the reaction between lithium hydroxide and carbon dioxide is lithium carbonate, a chemical with uses in glassware, ceramics, and cement. The solvent lithium hydroxide reacts with the carbon dioxide in the air and produces lithium carbonate, which is solid and not released into the atmosphere, and the water is left being the only exhaust.
The usage of fossil fuels account for 87% of carbon dioxide production in the world. Many sources of CO2 emissions have begun to try and mitigate the release of carbon dioxide and their impact on the climate. One method to combat the production of carbon dioxide and the intensification of the climate crisis is called carbon dioxide scrubbing. For instance, German power plants remove about 90% of carbon dioxide from the exhaust they produce, with only about a 9% reduction in efficiency. This is said to be the optimal compromise for this process in terms of balancing ecology and efficiency. In industrial carbon dioxide scrubbers, like the ones used in German power plants, the exhaust fumes or flue goes through a 25-meter column where the solvent in mist is released. As the flue rises through the column, the carbon dioxide dissolves into and reacts with the mist, which settles and can be reused later after the carbon dioxide is removed. Carbon dioxide is able to be dissolved in water and is best demonstrated by the oceans. However, we need to be responsible and not rely on the oceans to dissolve carbon dioxide. When water dissolves carbon dioxide, the result is carbonated water. This is used in soft drinks and soda water. The problem with relying on the ocean to dissolve the atmospheric carbon dioxide is that this can make the water acidic and dangerous for sea life.